I've been out here for about a half hour. Oh, how's it going, folks? I've been out here for about a half an hour digging for my shovel that I lost. Phew. I reviewed my video and I reviewed it and I reviewed it, and where I thought I had set it, I didn't set it, so I had to dig up this whole area again to find it, and I just found it. There it is. I was working in here. I was digging down in that spot right down in there, and this whole top right here came falling down, so I scooted over this way. It caught my leg, and I set my shovel right there. And that was the last spot on the video that it was. How it ended up way over there, I don't know. Talking about finding a needle in a haystack. Whew. Well, at least I found my shovel. I'm still missing my knife. It's still over, down in that hole. There's a hole down there. Nice Bowie knife. Well, okay, alright, so my plan today. If you can hear me, I'm whispering. I don't want to. It's Sunday morning. It's so quiet and beautiful out here. I don't want to disturb nature. It's a wonderful day. Time check. It's about 6:20. Geez, I don't even know today's date. What is it, the 14th maybe? Sunday? I don't know. I don't remember. About 6:30ish maybe. 62 degrees. Yeah. So my plan, I brought the probe today. It's down there. And I probed this spot, and there does seem to be stuff in there. So we'll take up that way a little bit. We're gonna have to dig deep. The problem with probing is this. You see how much fill? We start up here. See how much fill is on this until you get to a debris layer, and the debris layer is down there. So I mean, you can poke in spots and never feel a single thing because there's so much fill on top of it in certain areas. Some areas really don't have any fill at all, but this area for some reason has a lot of fill, and the debris layer is deep. So we're going to tunnel under that spot right there today, and we're going to excavate that, take that out, and see what lies beneath. Yep. Alright, let me get set up and start digging. I gotta move a lot of dirt again. I just moved a lot of dirt. Well, gotta move a lot more dirt. Yeah. Okay. So, alright, I think we got a good spot to start. I dug down. You can see the bands, the soil bands in there. A little bit of fill on top, a little bit of fill in the middle, a little debris layer, another little fill layer, and I just landed at a debris layer that's going to be a little bit older than all this other stuff, so I'm going to have to drill down as I'm going, and take this side of the mountain out. A lot of work. Ooh. Oh man, for 62 degrees, it's pretty humid. Good exercise at 6 a.m. Yep. Alright, let's get digging. Let's find some bottles. And some marbles. Some milk bottles. Oh, yeah. That Crayola bottle yesterday from Sandusky, Ohio. Yeah, you know, $170. That little bottle is listed for on eBay. That's where I get my prices. That's the market. eBay is considered the market for people selling things, and you know, that's where you can gauge your prices. And there's one on there for $170. Whether they're going to get it or not, they found justification to put a $170 price tag on it. So that's my justification to put $170 on it. What can I say? You know, that's the market. Um, back when that bottle was actually being produced and used and stuff, I believe it had chalk in it because Crayola, they started out with chalk formulas and stuff like that, and then they moved on to bigger and brighter things. Yeah. All right, let's get in here and start cutting away and find some bottles. See ya. We got a marble. Yes, we do. Nice one. It's kind of black and purpley blue. Can't tell what that is. I got a couple marble books so I can start researching these. I still need to go through the book more to truly understand marbles. There's a lot of information on marbles and they're very confusing, but that's a nice marble right there. Beautiful condition. Nice. We'll take it and check for more. Well, we got a couple things hanging out up there. Oh, that's a 1024 Dr. Pepper. Nice, but broken. And we have something amber sitting right there. Nice, tall medicine of some kind. No embossing. What's the bottom going to tell us? Anything? Nope. Screw top. That's my second one. Second amber. That's what I've pulled out so far, within a matter of a foot of debris. So it might be productive in there. Might just be productive. Got something else hanging out right there. Broken cup. That debris layer is down there. What I'm doing is just trying to move in a little bit and then I'll start going down. You know, just get myself some room in here. There's something nice. It's a Clover's Imperial Mange Medicine in amber. And it's got a crack. Cork top. I'm going to save this anyway. It might survive. From New York. That's a nice little bottle right there. Unfortunately, it's cracked. But H. Clay Clover, or H. Clay, that might be a G or a C. Glover or Clover Company. We'll find out. It's not much going on in here, but I mean, a matter of digging 2 feet into this wall, and that's what I've pulled out. So nothing great, but still, we're getting bottles. I'm gonna start digging deep now into that debris layer down there. This is all fill. We got a nice aqua blue Dr. Caldwell's Syrup Pepsin. This is an older one, blown in the mold. Nice. We'll save that one for sure. I'm just drilling down now into that debris layer that's down there underneath all that fill. See what's in there. As you see, I found that little bird from yesterday right down there. That's how deep I was before. So we have to go a little deeper than that today. Yep, lots of fun. Well, we got a couple shown. We got one down here. Nice dark amber. Something broken. No name. No embossing on it. Nothing. No idea. Wait, This looks like a squib. Oh no, it's a milk of magnesia. Wow, that's a really bright one. Oh, it still has the milk of magnesia in it. And it has the top on it. Oh, those usually sell for about $9 on eBay. What's this? Broken. Oh, really? That's alright. Didn't have anything on it. The rest of it's in there. Alright. Well, got a nice debris layer working right here. We'll follow it and see what happens. I'll show you my progress. So I started up here where the shovel is and just started drilling down. Found that nice debris layer down there, and now I'm just tunneling through, bringing the wall down at the same time. You see how much fill's on top of that? Yeah, that's almost 5 feet of fill right there. All that dirt has to be moved to get down to that debris layer. I'm going to follow it up a little bit this way, and then I'll dive down in it and see what happens. Well, we have something amber showing. Oh, it's finally intact. It's got a big blister on the side of it. W-A-S. W-A-S. Could that have been a beer or something? Oh, it's got a crack in it. W-A-S. Huh. We'll have to look that up, because I don't know. I would call that a beer. Well, it's a nice debris layer, but everything seems to be broken. And it just doesn't seem to be very old. Not as old as I would like. There's a screw top medicine. We're going to have to probably move our location here. Let me go into that a little bit more and see what happens. Just a whole bunch of ambers coming out of here. That one says Crucian Salts. K-R-U-S-C-H-E-N Salts. 1930s. 1931-ish. Interesting. Ooh, now there's something. Everybody likes green glass. Green and blue. That's a squib. That's a squib right there. Full of water. That's nice. I like that. Nice design. I'll save it. Came right out of that little hole right there. What's that gonna be? Plain Jane. Nothing on it. There's been a lot of them like that. There's something else right there too. Nothing on it. SS ink. I don't know. It's not telling me much. Not telling me much at all. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a different spot here in a minute, because this debris layer stopped right here and it came up over in here, and that's what I was digging up in there. So It goes down deeper. We'll go down deeper if we can. And it continues off this way a little bit. And it looks like it goes in there a little bit. And then it has the fill layer on top. Interesting. Well, look what I see. What's that right there? That's a milk bottle laying right in there. I missed it. I had cut through here and down, and I just missed that bottle. Just barely. Ah, this stuff isn't faring too well in here. It's melted, cracked, and broken. So, if I'm not bleeding, my glove has a hole in it. Nope, not bleeding, so that's good. Alright, I bring Band-Aids. Lots and lots of Band-Aids. Let's dig that milk out and see if it's intact. Let's see if it's the good one too. The $200 one, yeah. It's very humid out today. I know my lens is probably fogging. Let's see. See if it'll come out. Oh, we got it. Oh, it's broken. Let's see what was on it. Anything. Nothing on this one. This was probably painted label. 1 pint. And that's it. Well, no big loss on that one. Alright. I'm going to just dig into this layer a little bit more, and then we're going to abandon this hole. Alright, what do we got? I'm pretty sure this was like a hospital dump or something. That's Listerine. What's this? Yeah, this is the whole reason why I'm going to abandon this spot. And there's nothing. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Whoa, hold everything. It does have some embossing on it. Let's see what it is. Interesting. These usually never do. GBS, Baltimore, Maryland, trademark. An arrow, GBS, with the top. You know, I've never even found one like that before in here, so I'm gonna call that one odd, maybe rarish. We'll save it. I've never even seen one like that. See, this is why I'm thinking it's a hospital dump, because there's test tubes in here, lots of them. Little ink, common, very common. You can see that fill layer and the debris layer very well in this spot. And right on top of that debris layer, of course, you got bottles, you know, right on top. So we'll dig into that a little bit more. Wow, I wonder what that was. I hope that wasn't a big sign. Some big container looking thing. That's completely created a void. It almost looks like roofing material or something. I gotta be careful, I got a hole in my glove. Oh, what's this gonna be? These plain bottles. Just tons of them. Nothing on them. They had to have paper labels, I imagine. And another broken milk way down there. Painted label. Now, I was told by Mr. Edmiston III that they went to the painted label in 1939. So, these are probably 1939-ish. Of course, this dump doesn't, it shouldn't be that old, because it really shouldn't be that old. I think he might have his dates wrong. Maybe it's 1936 or something like that. But I'll have to take him for his word. I mean, he said 1939. So perhaps this is a later dump. in this area. Or at least this pile is a later dump. 1939, they went painted label, so gotta find a spot that is older than 1939. Some of these bottles are older than 1939. Of course, you know, people hang on to bottles too. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's from a different company too. There were a couple other companies doing milk in this area, so it might be from a different company. I'm going to say that it's from a different company because this is not. This is older than 1939. I'm just not seeing, you know, 1939, 1940 stuff in here at all. So that's from a different milk company. From around about 1929, 1930-ish. Yeah. Okay. See. Capudine, one of the most popular pain medicines since like the 1870s. Yep. Now we got some bottles showing up back there. One is a badly melted Coke. These Christmas Cokes were used from what, yeah, this is a Christmas Coke, 1923 Christmas Coke. They were used from 1929 to 1939. What's that? Yeah, see, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this, everything has no embossing on it deal. I don't like that. Another amber. Oh, I can't get that one out. I'm gonna have to get that out of the way. A big chunk of iron. I mean, I'm finding bottles, but they're all totally junk. Totally junk. Alright, I might have to chip away in there a little bit more. Yeah, another plain milk top. Yeah, I don't think we should be in this area. I don't think it's going to be worth our while. I'm wasting precious digging time. I mean, that just looks way into the 30s, and I don't like that. Cheese Bro Vaseline. Well, I'm going to collapse this top after I pull that pan out right there. That's some kind of pan looking thing. I'm going to pull it out, see if there's any bottles around it. As always, there's a bottle in it. But this one is broken. Junk. These protect bottles, so you want to check it out. It's a colander. Look at that. Oh, that's the first time I ever found a colander. Oh, came right back at me. Get back up there. Alright. Let's see what's in here. I can't dig with my hand. I have a hole in the glass. Just knocking into the wall a little bit. There was a milk bottle right here. Unembossed. Well, actually, hold on. Yep, unembossed. But there is a big amber bottle right there. That's nice. That's a nice one. It's interesting. All the better bottles are up here. There's something else right there. I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit more. Jumbo peanut butter. Ugh. Same thing. Same thing with my other jumbo. It's got a broken top. See that? Jumbo peanut butter. Let's see what this one says on the bottom. Peanut butter. Try jumbo on peanut butter sandwiches. I'm telling you, it says something different every time. But there's a jumbo peanut butter. Nice. I don't know if I'm going to save that. Maybe, maybe not. If I had a mason top for it, I'd put it on it maybe. I don't know if anybody would buy it. It's broken like that still. See, again, all these. Oh, I feel like I'm getting bit. Nothing on them. Something there. Hope I didn't damage it too much. Looks like a little ink. (1926-ish). It's odd that they're mixed in with this fill layer sporadically. And this is all clay. There we go. Amber. Nothing on it. And something else. A couple other things up there. Oh, 3 things. Now 3 things up there. Let's see if we get. Ah, something's biting my neck. Do I have ants on me? Ugh. What is this one? Nothing on it. What's that one? Nothing on it. Not very unusual. What's this one? Cobalt blue round. That would have been interesting. Says something on the base of it. Emerson Drug Company. Yeah. Let's keep digging here. There's that cobalt blue top, the Emerson Drug Company. What's that gonna be? This is all too modern for me. 1910s, 1920s. Not really the 1930s, unless they're milks. Same thing. Another one of those slick medicines. Well, looks like another jumbo peanut butter, if it's intact. Maybe jumbo peanut butter, I don't know. Oh no. No, it's not. Something else. What is it? This is interesting too. It's the first one I've ever seen in here like that. Burma Shave. That's for shaving. Is there a patent date on it? Patented. No, made in USA. It is the Burma Vita Company, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's it. No date. Well, that would have been nice. That would have. Alright, all I'm doing is collapsing this down. We'll get this collapsed down, see if there's anything that's going to fall out at us. Now, that's what I pulled up out of here. And a few over there with a couple unimpressive milks. So, we got bottles, but I don't know how many I'll keep out of that. There's a couple keepers. Other than that, we're moving on. So yeah. Well, that was a very unproductive hole at best. I mean, the probe did say there was stuff in there. There was stuff in there, but I think this was a later dump after the fact. Broken jumbo. I mean, this one's pretty decent, but there's no embossing on it. That's pretty neat, but it's, you know, 30s. Not quite what I'm looking for. Just a lot of no names. Not much going on. One 1915 Coke in there. Broken. Milks. Like three or four milks in there. I don't know. WAS. It's got blisters on it. There's that one. I'll save that. CBS. Or GBS. Yeah. GBS. I'll save that. Whiskey flasks during Prohibition. Isn't that interesting? And there just isn't, there isn't anything here. I might save that. And as far as I'm concerned, these are all just, and this is cracked. So, I mean, there's really no sense. It's going to end up breaking. Nobody's going to buy a cracked bottle. Got that Caldwell Peps in. No names, no names, no names, no names, no names, no names. We got this Norristown, PA. Cheney, or what does that say? The DHL company. It's just not old enough for me. You got that nice big amber there. Nothing on it. So, look at... You know what I'm saying? Do you feel my pain? And that's a lot of digging for little results. I got one marble out of it. I guess it's worth the marble. That's what I did. That's what I did. Alright, so let's go probe out new spots. Listerines. Go back to my earlier winter or beginning spring. Hold on, I got a cobweb on my face somewhere. Go back to my early spring winter videos, bottle digging, and see what this place looked like. Didn't look like this. Look at the kudzu. I mean, it's knee deep now, and it grows so fast. I'll clear a trail. Matter of fact, you can see my trail going right there, and it goes into that dark spot in the woods, and it grows back overnight. I'm gonna head over to another spot right here and probe it out. I have a plan. Let's see if it works. Okay, folks, so here it is. This is the plan. Up there is where I was finding all the old local RS Edmiston and Sons milk bottles. I have bugs, they fly in my nose, and I don't like that. Anyways, so my theory, and it's just a theory, but it's a good one, is that when they dumped, not only did the bottles accumulate there, but they would have accumulated here too. So, and as we see, there are lots of bottles laying down there already. Lots of bottles. Oh, that's interesting looking. I did find a Caravan. Has massive case wear on it, but Caravan it is. So, we have glass, we have bottles, we have everything in here. Let's dig down and see if it's going to be ideal. Let's see if we find what we're looking for. Because I'm betting we do. I'm betting that's going to be the honey hole. It's going to have at least 1,000 marbles in it, and some nice $200 bottles. Let's get started. Hope that's not somebody's debris pile, but even if it is, we're going deep, so I know they didn't go deep. Usually somebody's debris pile is just a little bit of debris on top. They didn't they just threw it there. They didn't dig underneath that pile. So if that's a debris pile, then they would have dug right up there. It looks like that's the lowest spot. And put a little bit of dirt here. I mean, that's nothing. I can shovel that in 2 minutes. I'm like a champion digger now. See ya. 2 shovels full and just completely full of bottles. What's this gonna be? Alright, we're good to go. 1923 Christmas Coke. Not amber. This is loaded with bottles. Just completely loaded. Inks, you name it, everything's in it. Awesome. Good plan, RelicSeekr. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, uranium glass. Yeah. Nothing says Great Depression like that. Oh. I'm gonna keep digging. We're gonna go down and up. It's a melted Coke. $19.23. Chiro, broken top. Little medicine. That's one of those frosted glass. I'm keeping that because my other one is cracked. I'll keep that one. Not sure what came in it. Something. It's nice frosted glass though. Unusual. Well, little update. It's going real slow. Let me clean it up. Real slow. This is all clay. It's all clay in there. And nothing spectacular yet. I mean, there are bottles. You know, there are bottles coming up, but nothing great yet. Just all a bunch of little junkers. Yep, junkers. So, we'll keep digging and see what happens. Imagine I started back further because, you know, everything runs downhill, and that's probably close to the lowest point. Imagine when I get up to this dirt pile right there, you know, I'll stop, and there should be stuff in there. I don't see why there wouldn't be, you know? So, alright, let's keep going. It looks like some kind of beer. Curious to see the age. If that's another 1960s, then we know somebody was already in this spot digging. Be careful with that finger. There's no tip to it. It looks like a 1960s to me. Yeah, sure is. Sure is. Anheuser-Busch. Alright, well, that's 1960s right there. That means somebody was at least that deep in the 60s digging in here. So I would say this is a spoils pile, and these are all junkers. That makes sense why I'm only finding junkers in here. Nothing good. I mean, why wouldn't they take that? It depends on what they were looking for too, you know. It also makes sense that all these bottles are at a certain level right here because they were placed there. Oh, that looks like that was a straight side of Coke, wasn't it? Oh, that's a knee-high. Knee-high bottling company. Concord? I don't know. I mean, that makes sense. Alcohol. This is somebody's spoil pile right here. That makes sense. So somebody was digging like I expected. They were digging right here. They were digging right here, and they put their spoil pile right there. How much did they dig? And were they more enthusiastic about it, or just dipping in there? I mean, if you bring 60s bottles out with you, you know, it's probably the same person from the 1960s. Yep. I'm gonna keep going and see what he left in here. Why not? Because I want to make it up there anyway and see. Might even come over this way a little bit. Yeah. Emulsion for coughs and colds. Got a big crack. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Look at the top on that. So this is someone's spoils pile. That's going to be interesting. See what they left behind. Junkers. I'm gonna dig down and under that spoils pile. It's a big old milk top right there. Might be a good sign. You can see the extent of his spoils pile. Goes right here to that layer. Everything above it is spoils. Everything below it, there isn't anything in it yet. I haven't dug deeper. This might be also a fill layer right here. There could be another debris layer underneath. I have to dig down to find out. A nice little relic right there. Somebody left behind. Stability. Stability lock right there. We'll save that. There are people that collect locks. They might not have that one. It's interesting to see what the previous digger left behind. And there is no other layer underneath this. It is I dug down as far as I could. It's just solid clay. So whatever debris came off the top here, came down, he might have dug it right there and left the spoils, but doesn't hurt to check. Nope. That's P.J. Ritter. That's ketchup. Not like the Heinz ketchup, but that's a ketchup. It's interesting. I can tell from what I'm not finding in this spoils pile what this person was looking for. Coke bottles. He was looking for Coke bottles. There are no Coke bottles in here. So, that's what they were after. Well, I think that's going to do it for me today. absolutely nothing to win any bottle hunting contests today, but hey, we got out, got some exercise, found some bottles, and discovered somebody's spoils pile. So, and the only hint of any Coke bottles in there were broken ones. So I assumed that's what they were after. It's interesting that, you know, somebody came here in the 60s and dug in here, because that would have put him, you know, 50 years old for the 1910s, you know, 40 years old for the 20s, 30 years old for the 30s. So 40-year-old bottles at that time, I mean, they were hardly even considered vintage. Barely vintage. They're vintage now and antique now. So I just find that very interesting, that somebody went through the trouble of digging this in the 60s. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I think what I'll do is I'll come back another time. I'm still waiting on my detector, of course. But I'll come back here another time, and we'll probe out some more spots, and we'll dig those. This was, you know, one of those shot-in-the-dark moments. You know, I figured that, hey, you know, if I'm finding bottles up there, and that was virgin territory, all that virgin territory, that, you know, this is all material as well. Well, it isn't really. It's clay, which is fill, and I don't think there's anything under it because I dug very deep, and we have a spoils pile, and then we have somebody's dig hole right there. Maybe what I'll do next time is I'll come up and just get right there and start digging underneath my pile a little bit, because you know, I didn't dig that. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Alright, I'm out of here. I only have that green squib bottle and something else, and a lock. That's it. 2 bottles and a lock. Everything else was just junk, or I don't need it. I don't want it. So I know where it is. If anybody does want it, if you see something you like, just let me know. I'll grab it next time I come, and we'll ship it out to you, no problem. That's it. So, yeah, good day. And don't forget, yes, don't forget, if you need a digging buddy, it's simple. Go to findadigging.com, and you will see, you fill out the little prompts page, the form, and it'll categorize you into a field of your state and your county and your town and whatnot. I know some people are afraid to let people know, you know, where they live and where they're digging and stuff like that. Don't be at all, because I'm telling you what, you know, I let people know where I am, and I can guarantee you that these people aren't searching the sites that I'm searching. So, hey, even if they are, come on out. FindadiggingBuddy.com. Come on out and dig with me. No problem. Hook up with people. Hook up with new people. Show them what you know. Yeah. And new people, hook up with the veterans and learn what they know. And it just makes the hobby so much more enjoyable. It makes finding things more enjoyable, because you start finding the good, decent things, and you start learning about that history. All of these bottles have history. Something as simple as a generic ketchup bottle has a history. I mean, that was a family that came up with this product. That was a family that decided to bottle their recipe, and you know, they were in competition with the Heinz company ketchups. So kudos for them. You know what I mean? They probably did well. I find quite a few of those bottles. So every bottle, every relic, everything has a story, has a history. One of the bottles that I found yesterday, don't Foley. I think his name was Foley. He disappeared. I believe it was Foley. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But watch my video from yesterday, number 151. The guy disappeared in 1906. And I didn't finish reading the story, but just there's a disappearance related to him, and I don't know if it was under shady circumstances or, you know, he just disappeared. Interesting, very interesting. So most of the time it's not big, large corporations like it is nowadays. Most of the time, back in the old days, it was just a ma and pa started a company, started bottling things, and their story is just as unique as the bottles that you find too. So yeah, all right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next time.